Do you have any idea what I'm about to say?
Is it something that's paramount on your mind?
You know what? It's like you've heard this before. And it is something that's been paramount in my mind and heart over the last 17 months, and quite frankly, the last 11 years. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is comprised of unpredictable and often disabling flare ups of the central nervous system. Such flare ups, well, they disrupt the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The National MS Society is indeed the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world. They're investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1 800 344 4867. Once again, 1 800 344 4867. Or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. Also, we are still raising money for the National MS Society through a Venture to a Cure's fundraising page. This was a page that was created in conjunction with the Walk MS Media 2022, as you can see over there. They've raised $121,000 and they have a goal of $125,000. And it's because of the courteous nature and generosity of people like you that have helped the National MS Society. It is a incredible organization, and I'm very thankful for them for the amount of outreach that they do, but also the research that they do in helping the neurologists of this country. We will continue to raise money for this in the National MS Society through a Venture to a Cure's fundraising page at rebrand.ly/a venture to a cure. Once again, rebrand.ly/a venture to a cure. And that fundraising effort will last through September 30th. Thank you to all of you who have donated money to this amazing organization, or even have gone to the National MS Society to learn more about multiple sclerosis and demyelination. It touches me and over the 1 million people in this country who have multiple sclerosis in so many ways. And we appreciate all of you. And on that,
It's time to talk.
it's Friday evening. I went to work today. I worked out, went for a run. There's something I'm missing. A conversation about anything and everything. This is the Venture Forward. We have talks. Good evening once again. I'm John Ventrini, and this is VF Talks on this Friday evening as we're having a conversation about anything and everything and what has been an interesting week to say the least, and absolutely the right time to have a conversation about all these sort of things. I have an admission to make before we. Well, you know what? I'll wait for a certain guest to I could share this with them, but I might have had a little bit of an emotional moment this afternoon, but we'll talk about that in mere seconds. Let's see who wins the door prize this afternoon, and that belongs to Jaden over on YouTube, who says hello, Jaden. Hope you're doing well. Again, hi to all of you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. By the way, we also have Marilyn, who says hi everyone with 3 waves and 3 purple hearts, 3 waves and 3 blue hearts. Right back at you, Marilyn. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well this afternoon. We also have Robin's Buys and DIYs, who says, hi, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, Robin. Hope all is well. And then I'm going to run this joke into the ground, but we have this All Things YouTube. This All Things YouTube. I have no. When you say All Things YouTube, I can only think of one person, and that is Mr. Matt Haas, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. How are you, JV?
I'm a little verklempt.
Oh, dear Lord. Hold it together, man.
I'm a little verklempt.
Hold it together.
I don't know if I can.
I'm going to black out my video feed if you start bawling.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, truth be told, I was a fan of a certain PBS series called Downton Abbey. And I saw the movie today. And it made me cry. No spoilers. No, I'm not saying why I cried. It could be maybe someone stepped on my toe. Who knows? Maybe I got punched, but who knows? But
I know it's really dusty inside those.
Oh, it's very dusty.
Dust can get in your eye, and
extremely dusty.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what I will say, without giving much of the plot, without talking much about what happened in the movie, if you're a fan of Downton, I am absolutely a believer that you will enjoy the movie. I think it was the right length. It was 2 hours, 5 minutes. Perfect. And I think I would give it a solid B+. B+. I'm as I think about it more, I'm leaning more B+, just because of the fact that I was able to garner tears out of my eyes. And as I told one of our friends earlier, I think I'm becoming a bit of a softie. So that it could be that too. It could be that too.
That's an interesting rating system for movies. It's usually 1 through 5. 5
No,
stars.
I go letter grades.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness.
Letter grades for the movies.
Got it.
There are very few movies that I'll give less than a C- to.
You must really like movies.
I don't go to many. So I do my homework before I realize, okay, that's a movie I should go see.
Okay. I got you.
And before this whole thing that we've gone through in the last 2.5 years, before that, I didn't go to see many movies. Within the last year, I've seen more movies than I did 5 years prior. So there's something to be said about that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How was your Friday, sir?
Pretty uneventful. I did crank out a new video today on All Things YouTube. So I got the All Things YouTube video out. Very important stuff. Go check it out. Need to stay up on these things.
No
Things
TVs
are
were harmed.
changing.
No TVs were harmed in the presentation of.
Nope.
Good. That's good.
Nope. And yeah, it kind of rained really hard for a hot second and then stopped. So I took all the plants inside, and then it rained. I
Bring the vegetation in and bring it
back outside.
Yeah.
Trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing, growing these plants.
Well, everybody knows, Matt. You know what you're doing.
Well,
Come on. I mean, you're a turf and grass management guru over there.
I do the, try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. It's no different for me.
All right. Diana says that, yes, that's bad news about what YouTube is going to do.
I'm undecided about it. I think it's one of those we'll have to really wait and see. Certainly, if you're not delivering value, or if you're trying to stretch something out just for the sake of watch time, then it's not going to turn out too well for you. But
Rich Five says, hey, all.
For those that don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube is going to have a feature where you can see sort of a heat map above the play bar, the timeline bar, and any heat map that has a big spike is a popular section of your video, so people can jump and skip over the boring parts. So for those people that follow my methods and listen to my advice, they should be just fine. For those that are trying to make short videos longer, you might have a problem.
Good evening, April. How are you? She says, it's the company. The right company makes a bad movie good. April, you're spot on. Spot on.
What? No. How? Hold on. I take it.
I'll bring the graphic back up.
I take it. The company makes the right. How is your company impacting your movie going experience? I don't get it.
Need to read into that a bit. If you're with someone that makes you laugh no matter what, you can have the most crappiest movie in front of you. You're still going to have a good time.
Well, I mean, if you're watching a movie right, you should be totally focused on the content. Now, zoning everything else out.
That truly said, I have not seen anything but good movies with April. But if the movies were bad, I could tell you the movies were still good because my company is April. I'll say
that's a little wishy-washy.
Well, Matt, this is where we're going to agree to disagree. Polly wants a crafter. Jerry Brown says, what's up, all? Hey, Jerry, how are you, sir?
Jerry. He's my longest supporter on the YouTubes, that Jerry.
And we have LT Weaver over in Utah who says, hey, everyone, recovering addict in the hizzy. Jerry reading into this, and I think he's put to, like, Netflix and chill, a bad movie is a bad movie. Disagree. I might be in the minority now. 3 opinions. But I still think the right company can make a bad movie good.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give a little bit. I mean, I'm sure it does make some impact. Ideally, if you're doing it right, a small impact. I'll give it a little bit.
Yeah. Rich says Matt has never been to the back row, so I think I have someone agreeing with me now. We're 2-2. Rich knows. Rich absolutely knows.
I've been in the back row at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's where all the fun happens.
LT weighing in and saying a bad movie is a great nap time background noise. It's true. It's very true. And who doesn't like a good nap at our advanced age? Anyhow.
Funny, not funny.
Funny, not funny. Diana says, I grew up in Chester County, Westchester. I believe you're in Chester County, right, John? Yes, I'm in Downingtown. So I'm like 15 minutes away from Westchester. LT with the 100. LT with the 100.
Hold on, I got
Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
Tinkerbell.
She's going at it.
Tinkerbell wants to weigh in on this bad movie, good company debate. So
my dog is a little princess, let me tell you.
She's
How
still barking.
dare mommy be downstairs when
How
she's
dare
up?
she? How dare she?
The gall.
Marilyn says, enjoy the people you're with, but if the movie's bad, the movie is bad. And I say it's not necessarily about the movie. It is about the experience. Unless the movie is a D or lower, C- or lower, then a bad movie is a bad movie. But more times than not, you could have pure mediocre movie in front of you. You have the right company, it's going to be a fantastic time. And quite frankly, you could be watching C-SPAN. You have the right company. It's going to be a good time anyway.
I think Juji Fruits helps.
Oh, yeah. Goldenberg's peanut chews, that. Popcorn. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I can...
Let us know what you like to eat while you see a movie. Let us know in the comments.
The theaters used to have Juji Fruits, and then some sick pervert switched it out to the Juju Beads, and that is just the wrong choice.
Marilyn has recognized that the star of the movie has arrived. Hi, Tinkerbell with 4 purple hearts.
Thank you. Yes, she demands the royal treatment when she walks into a room.
For the Academy's consideration, we present for Best Supporting Actress, Tinkerbell. Diana watches all her movies now on Amazon Prime. Not a sponsor.
I have Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime Video, baby. Come on. Did you know I used to have the ability to upload videos onto the Amazon Prime service? And I only realized I had the ability when they sent me an email that said, Matt, you've never used this feature once. We're taking this ability away from you. I'm like, oh, well, I must have had the ability. Yeah, I could put my catalog on there if I wanted. Somehow I got approved, and the requirements are pretty strict though, because that platform is a very broadcast level, and like in other words, you have to have closed captions or they won't allow it, and no watermarks, because they don't want it to be like internet garbage. They want it to be like, anyway. So you play in their sandbox, there's some rules, but I never uploaded a single thing there, but I could do it. I was approved.
Diana loves popcorn and Junior Mints. So that feels like a Seinfeld bit.
Like that is like the classic combo right there, for sure.
Des joining us from Australia, who says, good day, everyone, with 3 coffee mugs. Good day to you, Des. Good day. Jerry says, theater movies are just too expensive with the snacks and stuff. It can be a $60 to $70 affair. I'd rather take home steaks and watch a movie at home.
Now, here's the deal. They say no outside food, but the law of the land is, as long as it's hidden, you're allowed to take in whatever you want.
Anything.
But if it's visible in your hand, then they have to say something. It could be in your pocket. It could even be bulging underneath your jacket. They will not care as long as it's not visible. Like, so.
It sounds like you speak from experience. What have you taken into the movies?
I'm on a lot of Reddit subreddits, and people spill the beans about their work and their duties and things like that. And that was one of the comments from a theater employee. But yeah, a lot of Dollar Trees and things like that are next to movie theaters. People go to the Dollar Tree, load up on candy, and then go into the theater. It's like a convenient 2-stop process.
Jerry has smuggled Taco Bell in before in a 2-liter of soda. The wife purse could hold some goods.
Wow.
That is a quality bag.
That's baller right there. Rocking some tacos.
Gorditas and burritos and nachos, Bel Grande, and the soda, all in the bag.
The safe menu item would be the Crunchwrap.
Crunchwrap.
Because they built that menu item to be consumed while driving. Like, that was the criteria at the corporate office. Like, we need an item that won't crumble and just explode everywhere while you're driving.
Can it be smuggled? Can it be smuggled into a movie theater? Great, let's add it to the menu. That's how the Mexican pizza came back.
It very well may be true.
Why did that ever fall off the menu? I have no idea.
I think that's why they're having financial hardship, because they took that off the menu.
Well, yeah. There's no kiosk or fancy experience that will make the Taco Bell experience any better. Although, the kiosk is nice.
They do have Baja Blast.
Well, there's Baja Blast.
which if I drank soda, I would consume more of.
But then the question is, how much sugar is in a Baja Blast?
Way too much.
And do they make a diet Baja Blast? I don't think they do.
Diet is equally unacceptable.
Well, yeah, I think I think I've mentioned this on the show before. The sort of exceptions I'll make to diet soda as that rare treat is if I go to Red Robin and I'll have Coke Zero and I have them put the grenadine in it to get a cherry Coke Zero. That's one. Oh, money.
Oh, look, I'm going to make you jealous. All right, you ready?
Oh.
15% off, baby.
Oh, man. That's a lot of French fries.
Yeah, there were 10 hits at the baseball game, so everyone in the crowd got one of these 15% off.
Well, thank you, Washington Senators.
Harrisburg Senators.
Yep. Was it that? It looked like the Washington Senators logo.
Well, the Washington Nationals are the team that they're.
Oh yeah, let me see that. It's been a long week. Yeah, it's the Harrisburg Senators. I'm so sorry, Harrisburg Senators.
There it says Harrisburg
Senators. Really teeny. If you look really closely, you could see that John doesn't know how to read. Harrisburg Senators. Yes, and I've only been to 3 games. Yeah. And now you got to profile it. It's good.
It's good until September 30th, baby.
Of 1997.
The best menu item on Red Robin is the hamburger with the egg on top.
Oh, yeah.
I will destroy me some of that.
You're going to destroy yourself an egg burger. That's great.
Like some genius came up with that idea. They're like, well, I got to use this egg. It's not going to last till the morning. It's making burgers in the evening. Why not?
Put it on there. Diana says, I found it impossible to post anything on Reddit without first trying, unsuccessfully, to accrue karma points. Matt, isn't that how it works to be able to post anything?
The answer to anything Reddit related is that each subreddit has its own rules. Karma might be a factor, usually isn't. It might be a factor that you can only post other people's content, or it might be a factor that you can only post your own content. There might be all kinds of stipulations. That's the problem with Reddit. It's not one thing, it's many things.
Hey, Paul, how are you, bro? Paul joining us on YouTube, and the link is up there if you have time to join us. Good.
He's in California.
He's in California.
Yes, he is.
Dad says, I don't go to movies as I'm a grumpy old man and I hate people chatting and rattling food packing.
Thankfully, my experience has been most people are quiet. They do jack the volume way, way up. So it's kind of hard to have a conversation. And the thing I will never excuse and never learn to enjoy is when kids kick the back of the seat.
Oh, God.
That is never, ever acceptable. As a parent, if my son did that, I was all over it. I shut that down. Other parents, they'll just let the kids go. And then you'll turn around and you'll say to the parent, excuse me, do you mind making sure your child doesn't do that? And then it just keeps happening. And you have to turn around and do it a second time. Basically, what I'm getting at is the only time they'll stop the child is when you turn around and tell them. They could still be kicking it, but unless you turn around and tell them a second,
As being someone who knows karate and knows how to throat punch someone, what's the line that has to be crossed before you throat punch anyone in this sort of predicament?
The criteria is very small. I throat punch first, ask questions later.
Jerry says, see, he was there while I was eating the Taco Bell.
airplanes.
And
yeah.
Diana says, "Oh, geez, kids kicking a seat often happens in airplanes."
I was watching this I guess so, a repost of TikTok on Facebook, and there was a woman and a man in the seat, and she was videoing herself, and there was this little arm that came up through the side of because the plane wall was here, came up and was doing this to the lady's arm, was going slap 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 slap. This little tiny hand was like, she's like, I don't know what to do.
Did you not give your kid any attention? Why is the kid doing this?
Well, the kid wasn't being loud. It was just feeling around, and it's like, oh, there's someone up. I feel something up there.
Natural curiosity.
It was like a very young child. I mean, the hand was like real teeny. Anyway.
That's adorable. I think if the little kid was 20 years old, I think he'd have a problem.
Yeah. It would probably be adorable for like 15 seconds. there would be a point where it would not be adorable. But
no. But if it's a little kid, little kid. We got someone joining us on the eCam bridge.
Oh boy.
Let me go to the 3 panel to say hello to this person who joined us on the eCam bridge. Wait for it. I gotta find the right 3 panels right there, John. And then, and you're definitely not right.
Oh, hi, it's me, Austin.
Yeah, it is Austin. But see, the thing is, there's no thing that says that. And then I do this, and now there is.
Hey, it's me, Austin from the future. I moved out of Indiana, and I'm living it up in California.
Hi, not Austin.
Not Austin.
Hey, guys, it's so great. I got rid of my bunk bed. I'm just living the dream. Things are awesome.
You made parole, I see.
That's great.
I made parole. They can't find me. It's great.
I mean, I hope you've cleaned up your act so you don't get back behind bars again.
Yeah.
Hey, not Austin. Are you scared straight?
I am, but listen, you can be scared straight, not straight. However, I accept all people, however you get scared.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. All people. Okay.
Yeah. If you get scared, not straight, that's fine with me. I accept.
Rich says, got out of prison. Diana said, did you go to that heavy metal concert yet? You've been talking about a while ago, Matt.
It's in the middle of July. Well, July 12th.
Mid-July.
Tuesday, July 12th. Who wants to go see heavy metal on a Tuesday?
Heavy metal on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Motley Crew,
What's
Poison, Def Leppard.
What's the metal group? Is it kind of like a cover band?
No, the bands: Motley Crue, Poison.
Oh,
Def
wow.
Leppard, and Joan Jett. Yeah, that's the lineup.
Those are big names.
It's been rescheduled twice before.
And I've never seen Motley Crue live in concert before, or Def Leppard. But
So Motley Crue is the one that has the one-handed drummer, correct?
No, that's
one-armed
No,
drummer.
that's Def Leppard.
One-Arm Willie.
I don't know my stuff.
Yeah, well, the drummer for Motley Crue is a madman, Tommy Lee.
Oh, okay, got it. That's Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I've seen him on boats.
Pamela Anderson.
Oh, you did you? Honking the
You know
horn.
what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
He was all about the rock star Supernova back in the day. When he did the
That's
reality
what he's known
show.
for.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Big
Big star.
Another
Big
failed
star.
reality show. It's good.
Hey, Marilyn. Hello.
That band is known for trashing the most hotel rooms. They just destroyed everything that they touched when they were on tour.
Matt, how do you feel about destroying hotel rooms?
I'm for it.
Okay. How many hotel rooms have you destroyed?
Too many to count. I have my accountants pay for it all.
Your accountant's at KPMG?
My Maserati does 185.
Here's my thing about destroying hotel rooms is that are you destroying them before you're going to sleep? Because I feel like if you're doing that, then you risk getting glass in your bed. Or are you destroying them as you're about to check out, where you're like, this glass will not affect me, or ceramics, or anything that, or splinters. You know,
Splinters.
you wreck a piece of wood, it's gonna get you in bed. Listen,
Like
I don't like having wood in bed with me. You know,
Or having a piece of wood wrecked and never mind.
no, I
Never
just
mind.
you know a big terrifying piece of wood. No thanks.
Big
Not
one.
in my bed.
Well,
Wrecked in bed.
like everything in life, you have to find balance. So
Mhm.
I think the answer to your question is you
Talking
do a little
like
bit.
Home Depot 2x4 size piece of wood. You don't want that wrecked in the bed.
Exactly. Exactly. I think we're all not miscommunicating at all.
No, not at all.
All
There's-
understanding each other.
See,
It's all single entendres here. There's no, yeah. It's
the
just
trick is to cause enough mayhem before you go to sleep that there won't be anything that will impale you. Like if you go to that level, you've gone too far.
now there's impaling. It's good.
And then you know when you wake up, you're usually not in any mood to continue the mayhem.
Or said differently, the mayhem may continue for hours on end. See a doctor.
Only if you're doing it right.
Right.
That doesn't happen very often.
There's medication for that. Yeah, you know. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that for sure.
What, splinters?
Oh, 1 second, guys. I'll be back.
Oh,
See, when I would watch cover bands, some not very often, but some cover bands when I was younger, you know, going to clubs and stuff. If they would do both Poison and Motley Crue, the same band would play them both, would do covers of both those songs. They were instantly my favorite cover band.
oh yeah.
But didn't happen often. But
No.
sometimes it did. Sometimes.
But see, the thing is, this concert that you're going to is the real deal.
Yeah. Oh, it's the real deal, all right.
This is not some sort of cover band that played colleges. This is the real, legitimate article.
Faux show.
Just a chat.
And
Paul's talking in the background. There's someone in the background. Paul's going to come in. And Paul's back.
all right.
Sorry about that.
You had to close a deal, ladies and gentlemen, but
Yeah.
Deal closed?
I locked my girlfriend out of the house. So
Oh, that's an
yeah,
interesting
not on
strategy.
purpose.
Interesting
Not on
strategy.
purpose. I just got a text message that said I'm locked out, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm kind of busy for the next hour and a half, but hey,
Yeah.
go run and get some coffee if you want. And,
Boy, thank God I checked my phone. So that's good.
goodness.
I'm kidding. I'm glad he got the door open for you. I'm sorry. Although, venti iced Americano, 6 shots, easy on the ice. Just
That's a heck of a
6
drink. There.
shots.
6 shots.
That's a strong beast.
No, I'm trying to become a strong beast. Thank you for noticing, Paul. Appreciate it.
That'll
Speaking
knock
of which, you did a little. You went back and you're doing the biking again.
I'm doing
saw
the
the- I saw
biking.
the Facebook
I
photos.
took. I got sick for a couple weeks. Wasn't feeling well. Had a little bit of the upper rusp cat allergy thing that's going around. And this morning,
You had the thing. You had the thing.
no, I did not have the thing. Funny enough,
Oh,
I
you
got
didn't?
tested for the thing. Wasn't the thing? It was cat
it.
allergies and upper, just the crap that's out there in the middle of spring. So yeah, for the first time in like 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks, I went to spin this morning, and it was good to be back.
Nice.
So much so that I'm contemplating being back again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock
Oh,
Pacific.
very cool.
Yeah.
I went to the.
For what,
no,
what
sorry.
might be the pilot for Live Spinning Pros. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It was horrible. Horrible joke. Go
Oh,
ahead.
live streaming pros. Nice. LSP. You should.
All right.
I went to the gym today, and as I was walking in, I realized, oh, I never changed my shirt. So I'm wearing my work collared shirt, my professional looking shirt, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive home. So I just worked out looking hella classy, guys.
Hella classy.
Hella classy. So
the ladies throwing themselves at you.
Yeah, you know how it is.
You know how we roll.
You know how a woman respects a elliptical man.
Boom.
Yeah. So yeah, just drenched in sweat, but looking like I'm ready to take a meeting at any moment. So
Sorry. Someone made a comment on the picture up on Instagram about that I took a selfie from the spin room, and they said, "Wow, you didn't sweat at all." And the parenthetical is that picture was taken after the 4-mile run, but before spin class. So granted, after spin class, I looked like a horrific mess. Just saying.
you run 4 miles and then you do a spin class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there a way to test your metabolism? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever got your metabolism tested to see how like it's? Because I imagine with that much work, it must be flying.
I haven't tested it lately. I should. The next time I see my PCP, I know she has a couple tests that she can give me. So
And when you give blood, is your blood like bright red, full of oxygen?
depends on the kind of day. Depends on the time. It's all dependent on when I get the blood drawn.
There was one time where I was running around all day, and then I mowed the lawn, and I threw the lawnmower in the garage, and I went to go donate blood that very moment. And when they drew the blood out of me, they were like, "Oh my God!" They're like, "Cheryl, come over here, look at this." I'm like, "What's going on?" And she goes, "Look at the color of his blood. It was like bright red," because I was, just kinda bad.
You're a Hulk. You're an animal. You're a beast.
I haven't seen anything like that ever. She goes, "Are you tired?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been moving all day." She goes, "I can tell."
Nancy, it's glowing. Look at this. It's glowing.
It's glowing in the freaking dark.
Yeah, that's right. It might be radioactive. Might be part of the arms program. Who knows? But it's amazing. Who knew we could see that in the middle of Harrisburg?
Speaking of blood, have you guys seen the trailer for the new She-Hulk TV show?
No.
I have.
Oh. Thoughts? What do you think?
Not for me.
Give it to me straight, Matt. Why not? What's holding you back against it?
It's a little cringy.
Okay. Is it
No,
the fact that she carries a man to bed?
I wasn't a big fan of that, but I can take that. That's not a big problem. I don't
What's
know.
wrong with that?
It looks like it's the same formula with slapstick, and I'm like,
Oh. So yeah.
She carries a man to bed. Hold on, before you continue. My mind is stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
How, why, when?
Listen, as the trailer shows, JV, dating in your 30s is hard. And when she found the right man, she swept him off his feet and took him to bed. Now, I will say in the comics, I think the one they're pulling from is I know because it sounds like she is going to be representing superheroes and defending superheroes in court, and that's a good series. If they're pulling from that, it is very good and very silly, but very smart at the same time too. And she is a little bit of a flirt in that one. She's a little bit of a. If it's the one I'm thinking of, she does kind of hook up with dudes, and there is like a very like in the first issue when she's like getting kicked out of Avengers Tower. She is like kicking a dude out of bed and like, well, maybe I'll call you back, maybe I won't. So she is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm interested to see. I love She-Hulk. Honestly, Hulk and She-Hulk are two of my favorite characters. So I'm really hoping they don't blow it. I love She-Hulk. So
Yeah,
we'll have to see if it resonates with the wider Marvel audience.
The lighter Marvel audience.
That's going to be the test.
How do you feel about Lost City, Paul?
not a fan. Now, here's the thing. To be fair, to be completely transparent and fair, I gave up on it about 40 minutes in. I'm like, this is no thanks. This is for some people. Here's the thing. I disliked it strongly, but I don't dislike people who like it. You do you. If you're into it,
You do you.
awesome. You do you. But I
Sandra
will
Bullock?
say that's what was that?
Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, it's Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. And not only that, there's Brad Pitt, who they say makes a cameo, but I'm
Paul,
sorry.
I'm gonna put you on
If you're,
solo
like,
for 1 second. Just hang on 1 second. Continue.
Okay.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
Paramount.
I don't know
wrong
if this
camera.
is
Wrong camera. Wow.
You know what? Why don't you stay on camera and then I'll just talk?
No,
through
I
you.
wanted to clear something out of my teeth. And go ahead.
Guys, here's the thing. Everybody's taste is their own, and I was so delighted. Listen,
Okay, we're back.
okay, let me tell you. In the comment section, I made a comment about Lost City, and people really took it like I was attacking them. Listen, I don't care if you like it, go for it. I love me some Channing Tatum, and I love me some Sandra Bullock. So my expectations were very high, and maybe that's my problem, that I had dreams and hopes. And if you don't have any hopes, you'll
Dreams
love
and
this film.
hopes.
If you don't have any dreams, you'll love this film. But I had very high expectations. It has Daniel Radcliffe in it with one of the absolute shittiest villains ever. Like, pick a fucking lane, villain. Are you villainous or are you not? I kept feeling like he was constantly what is it like when you're trying to convince somebody something isn't happening? Not catfishing. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm
Bullshitting
ranting
them?
here, guys. Not bullshitting them. You're not steampunking them, but it's like steampunk. What is it? Help me out,
R&B?
chat. Yes, you're not R&Bing them.
Cool jazz.
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
Oh, we got there. I felt like his character was constantly gaslighting the audience. Like, oh, I'm not evil. I don't have you chained up. I just drugged you and put you on this plane, and that's not a big deal, right? Like, there's this weird movement, not movement, but there's this weird thing.
Oh, there's a movement, all
a lot
right.
of modern cinema. What?
No, go on. Go on.
There's this movement in modern cinema where it's like they take the teeth out of the villains, and they're like, the villains are like playful and more silly, and it's like, no, you need a straight up villain, or you don't give the heroes anything to push against. And it's like, I wanted more out of my Radcliffe villain. Now, to be fair, again, I bailed on after 40 minutes. So maybe after 40 minutes, he got real villainy and I missed it. But the first 40 minutes, it was just a trash fire of, oh, you're kind of bad, but whoop, you're not. You're just a silly, playful guy who's rich and wants things. And it's like,
What was the grade you gave it?
okay.
Outside of incomplete.
Factoring everything in. Boy, I'd say a D+. A D+.
D+.
I mean, I don't listen. It wasn't. I've seen worse, but I don't think you should pass this class. I think you should really retake this class and learn how to make a movie.
So going back to something we were talking about before, if you had the right company sitting next to you, though, would that D+ be then tolerable?
If I had the right company sitting, you mean if I was, walk me through this. I feel like I don't understand, but I want to understand.
We'll play this two ways,
Take me on a
right?
journey.
Well,
Okay.
two ways, right? One,
Yeah.
you're with
And
a
Matt,
friend.
you're totally checked out right now. You're like,
Matt's
I'm
thinking
not
about Hershey
touching this
Park right now.
one.
In scenario number one, you're sitting next to a good friend of yours that makes you crack up, and you can make fun of anything, almost in like an MST3K sort of manner. That's one.
Yeah.
The second scenario, give you both at the same time, and then
Yes.
discuss amongst yourselves. The second one would be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, and then if your girlfriend is, well, I mean, anyhow, your girlfriend who, you're obviously there for a date night and you're there for the company and not necessarily the movie. So both scenarios, where do you sit with that?
It took itself too seriously to make fun of. And here's the thing. I refuse to call it a good film if by me making jokes makes it better. No. How dare you? How dare you, movie, demand me to make your film good by making jokes? That is offensive. You be good on your own terms, damn it. Don't ask anything of me. I'm here. I've paid my money. I've paid my dues to get into this cinema. Or living room. You goddamn monster movie. So
I had to
that's
pay
my
$11 to go sit in my living room.
I had to sit. I had to open up an app. I had to click buttons. And now you want me to make jokes to make your stuff good? No, thanks.
There's a special place in Hades for you.
Oh, and it was the worst. Like, you could tell like when they wanted a joke to land because they would kind of have this pause. And I was just like, fill all these gaps with crickets. Why are these gaps not filled with cricket sound effects? Because that is what should be here. Because this is not funny.
Man.
This is not enjoyable.
We're just saying, I love Matt in the middle right now and it's saying nothing. Oh my God.
Is that, Matt, if you liked it, I respect that. You can absolutely like it.
No,
this is me.
The conversation before you came on was, will a movie be better if you're with someone that you like watching the movie with you? And my position was, you should be engaged in the movie, and that should be a moot point. And we had a sort of a little tussle between that stance and John's stance, which was, yes, you're with someone you like and watching a bad movie, it can make the movie good. I disagree. So that's why I was staying silent.
I see.
Yeah.
Here's my stance on it, and I'm just be very clear on this. I think you can make either of those scenarios work with a really crappy movie. And as I kind of joked about before, it could be C-SPAN 2 in the background with a quorum call. You can make anything funny, you're going to be cracking up anyway. And if you're with your girlfriend, well, you know, as someone said in the chat before, Netflix and chill, quorum call and chill. Why not? So I think either one can absolutely work.
That's true. Okay, Matt, I'm sorry. I'm a passionate man. I get heated. Get in there, Matt. I'm a loud man from a family of 5. Everybody's getting a piece. Everybody's got to be fucking loud. I just worked out. I'm high as a kite right now on adrenaline.
One technique you can do is turn the volume down and then add your own commentary over top of the actor's dialogue.
Well, then, Matt, I'm giving you 2 thumbs up. I'm giving JV 2 thumbs up. I'm not giving this trash fire 2 thumbs up. I refuse to be like, oh, mute it and then do your own movie and it's great. No, it's trash. And you, Matt, and you, JV, are the 2 thumbs up.
What I'm seeing before me in this movie is honest to God bullshit, but I'm going to make gold out of it.
Yeah.
It's what I'm doing.
But you get the credit.
That's right.
Not the movie. That's what
Exactly.
Robin says, are you guys going to see Top Gun Maverick?
That seems like a great flick. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I've heard it's very good. I was concerned. I haven't read a lot of reviews, but I've heard it's very good. And I just watched Top Gun this weekend. Oh baby, that movie holds up. That movie is great.
I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. He's a big actor. Short individual, but a big actor. A little weird with the Scientology stuff.
A little weird with the Scientology, but good guy. Knows how to act.
How old is he? He's like mid-60s.
105.
Right? Like,
he's 105 years old.
He keeps going. It's insane. He does all his own stunts. It's amazing. Like, that dude.
Can't stop jumping out of airplanes.
He makes you think maybe there's something to Scientology. He's like, maybe there is something with this midichlorian count.
That's right.
Maybe there's something important here.
Maybe he's clear.
Isn't that Star Wars?
Maybe he held the cans and he was instantly clear. Well, that's wow. That's the next ghost of L. Ron Hubbard over there, isn't he? Yeah. Rich says Calgon called. They want the soapbox back.
Well, you know, Paul does live in California, so he's probably very opinionated on all things movie industry related.
Well, that's the name of his new channel, All Things Movie Related. And
yeah, maybe.
I can get fiery over anything. It's a real gift and curse for me to pretend to care about things. I do care about it. You know what? I'm like, here's the good thing. The only good thing that happened was a lot of people got work, and there's a lot of people in the industry who needed work during the whole 2020, 2021, and it's like, great, that happened.
And Sandra Bullock is a national treasure.
She is a national treasure.
She is so good, and it did not give her enough to do. It didn't give her enough to do.
Marilyn says that Tom Cruise is 59 years old. Marilyn, I think you're missing a 1 in there. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, but Paul, one thing you mentioned, which I'll reiterate and totally agree with, is because I run in a lot of these different circles. I run in like video games and I run in movie, things like that. And if you enjoy something, you enjoy it. Like you can't take that away from anyone. Like that is the right mindset, especially if you're like a commentator or you're critiquing a movie, which is the same thing. That's the playing field that you should exist on. Is hey, look, if you like this video game, more power to you. But it was bad because of A, B, and C. Something like that. So.
Well, that's what the makers of Pac-Man said. We didn't like Pac. We can make this harder. And they came out with Miss Pac-Man.
You know how, like in therapy, your therapist, I don't know, gentlemen, you may not know this, but I know this because I've had years of therapy. A therapist always says use I statements, Paul. That's the most important thing. If you're not using I statements, go fuck yourself. My therapist is very aggressive. And the important thing is, I think, for movie reviewers to make I statements. It's like, it's all about me. This is how I see it. And if you like the way I see the world, then you might share these thoughts too. But also, I respect if you did like the film, although I did not.
Yeah, and certain therapists would say that you should never address yourself by you saying, I need this. You say, John needs this, or John can be better off with this, and kind of putting yourself in third-person perspective.
Yeah, or like, I need this, and if I don't get it, I guess you don't love me. That's a great go-to. Use that today on all your friends and family.
Dr. Paul Burke, professional psychiatrist, ladies and gentlemen.
PH, no D.
PH, no D.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Fast and Furious right now on TV. That's Rich's irony.
Listen, this next statement might render everything I said before this irrelevant. But Fast and Furious, I kind of have a soft spot for. I'm not gonna lie, it's stupid and big and dumb, and it's kind of fun.
It's a popcorn flick. You want to see stuff blow up. You want to see stuff go fast.
Kaboom.
And they've made 9 of them now, or more than that.
There's like 25 of them now.
They got to be doing something right.
Yeah.
Even though it's not for me.
I think there's 9. I think there's gonna make 2 more, and then they're wrapping it. They're done.
And then they're going to have a 13-episode series up on...
Isn't that the movie with the family line? The most important thing is family. There was memes going around with equating everything to family.
You know what got me crying this afternoon? That.
Oh.
Yeah. That made me cry.
Pull it together, John. Pull it together.
I don't want to. I don't want to, and I don't have to.
Because the movie's it's the last hurrah.
Oh, I don't know if it's the last hurrah.
No spoilers. Being stupid again.
No spoilers here, but I don't think it's the last hurrah. I think they made it so that there is a potential, right? But boy, I felt very comforted knowing that I wasn't the only person crying in a theater of only 9 people who went to the showing. So that by itself is
if they're going to do another one, they better hurry up, because the old one in the bottom left, she's going to kick off pretty soon. Oh no! I know why you cried in this film. I'm guessing. I'm not going to say anything.
Well, no spoilers, huh? No spoilers.
Okay. I don't know for sure. I have no idea at all. But I just kind of, as I was saying it, I was like,
I was texting someone on Discord earlier, right after the movie was done. I said, I saw Downton, and I'm actually crying. And then my next comment to them was, I think I've become a softie. I think I've become a softie. And Rich says, Paul, you just went there.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to at all. I just, as my mouth was saying those words, I was like, oh, got it. So sorry. I'm sorry, Rich. It was my mouth. It does things.
Well, I told him not to make bad jokes about you, Rich, but it had to happen. It had to happen sometime, Rich. Okay. I was a fan of the series when it was on PBS, and to see this was really good. I made it a point. I don't usually go see movies on opening day. I made it a point to do it, so I did.
That's awesome.
Rich is absolutely right. Maggie Smith is indeed a legend, for sure. I was trying to find this, and then of course, the other thing I was going to say is I was looking back at last week's episode, and I apologize for the amount of times this was playing in the background. So I'm not going to play it.
That did not trigger copyright claims.
What, it didn't?
No.
Oh, good. Nice. All right. That's good. Thanks.
Don't play it too uninterrupted and too long, please.
No, I 5-second blips, boom, and then
No, I had the typical copyright claim in the beginning and the copyright claim in the outro, and I was looking for more. Let me double check to make sure they didn't pop up, because sometimes they kind of spring up later.
Is that what it is? Is it 5 seconds?
I played 5 seconds of Elevator.
Nice. And
there is no exact timing on the policy. It's just supposed to be classified as unintentional. Then they won't allow the claim to go through. But
interesting.
And
I was watching some. Yeah.
I'm sorry, not the but the thing is, it's okay for those who have Epidemic. I have Epidemic, so I can play this. Matt does not have Epidemic, so I'm putting him in a little bit of a danger. My apologies, but there you go.
Not in danger zone. It's only dangers of claims. Claims are harmless. It's the strikes that can take you down.
Sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
No, well, two things. Have you guys tried the Epidemic app on your phone? It's pretty great. Like, I didn't know. Yesterday I found out they finally put together an app. It's very easy to navigate. I was able to download stuff and then put together a little video of my cat fighting a Tyrannosaurus, and it looked good with music. I was able to add it in InShot. That's how I spent my Thursday afternoon. Don't judge me. That's what I do.
I'm not judging you. That sounds like cinematic brilliance.
Yep.
You're talking to YouTubers here. We're right there with you.
And then I just sent it to Kira. I'm like, hey, look at this. He's fighting.
Look what I did. There
now
you
I
go.
gotta see your cat and a dinosaur.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show us now, Paul.
It's well, okay. You know what? Maybe it uploaded to. Yeah, if you guys want, I can find it.
Yeah.
I mean, just fair warning. Set your bar low. So.
Hey, we talked about Lost City, so the bar's gonna be low.
That's true. That is true.
And we can't leave after 40 minutes because this is not going to be a 40-minute clip. Unless you play for 40 minutes. Then, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to download it. So let's talk about something else, and when I find it, I'll...
Got it.
Yeah.
Am I overdoing it?
If you weren't, I would be concerned.
Okay. The comment came up this morning whilst in therapy, in fact. It's like, oh, you gotta be careful of your balance and gotta be careful. You ran for 4 miles and then you went to spin. And I was basically telling my therapist, I enjoy cardio. I don't feel right unless I have some level of cardio. And like, and she noticed that you look bright and cheery, and because obviously it's Doxy, you could see a therapist in the back. So yeah, there's a reason for that. I killed it this morning.
Well, these are health questions, and it's hard to really weigh in on health questions because each person's experience can be unique. So,
your results may vary.
I guess if it's not hurting you physically and it's doing you good mentally, I don't think I have a problem with it. But I can't weigh in on the physical part because I'm not your doctor.
But then again, I cried during Downton Abbey, so maybe maybe
you need to fix that.
Yeah,
like that needs turned around a little bit. No, I don't care. Cry all you want. Ain't no thing.
Getting all misty eyed thinking about it. Oh boy.
Well, there's a couple. I mean, I can't watch The Greatest Showman. Like The Greatest Showman, it's like just straight up tears for 2 hours. Like it's a lot of like this, like I mean, I'm a mess. I don't know why that movie, man. Like I guess people pursuing their dreams just gets me. But
does the song "Rewrite the Stars" make you cry?
Oh, get out! Like it is.
Boom.
It instant. Like if I am ever on a movie set and they're like, Paul, it's your big Oscar-winning moment. Get crying. I'll be like, go put on Zac Efron and Zendaya right now because my face is about to get real wet up in here.
Up in here.
Did you say Zendaya?
Yeah, Rewrite the Stars is Zac Efron and Zendaya.
What happened to your voice there? Your microphone just went all wonky.
Oh.
Unplug and plug back in.
What about right now?
No.
Say destroy all
What about
humans.
now?
Say destroy all
what about
humans.
now?
Oh, no, that's better. Good.
Destroyed. Okay.
Destroy
Sorry, I was
all
trying
humans.
to change my mics. I was trying to change my mic so you guys can hear the sound of my little short film.
Cool.
It's so
I
stupid.
thought you guys sang "Rewrite the Stars" for us. That would have been awesome.
Oh God. You play that and I just cry.
Oh God.
Did you want me to play the little video?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to main and then share it, and then I'll pop it up.
Yeah, do the share screen feature, Paul.
All right, got this. I gotta go back to main. Hang on, wait for it.
Maybe.
And there it goes, and there it is.
Get it, kitty.
Get it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Powerful.
Oh, now you're back. Destroy all humans.
Cinematic masterpiece.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Whenever I switch over to stream, it gets all weird. Strange, but yeah.
And you got the physical emoji there. That's a win.
Oh, okay. I know exactly. You know what? Why my voice was all weird is because my Wave 3, you can use audio apps, and I had one on there. That's why. So.
Oh, were you doing your new interview series? Were you calling former mob members? Do you have to disguise their voice?
Yeah.
They asked me to whack a guy, and I did. You know.
It was in the alley. Yeah.
You know, right by the New Jersey Turnpike. Sammy should know something about that. Hoboken.
Turnpike.
Yeah.
New Jersey and its toll roads.
Yeah. Any big plans this weekend, Paul?
No, I will say what I just finished doing, which is very nerdy, but I'll share it. I finished organizing all my Magic the Gathering cards. Very excited about that accomplishment. That was pretty big. No, I don't really have many plans. So Kira's doing a big mural downtown Sacramento, so I'm gonna kind of be running back and forth and taking pictures and then grabbing food or grabbing coffee. So I'll be kind of like a shuttle service this weekend. In between, I don't know, maybe playing some video games. So
Sounds like a good weekend.
yeah,
It's on your
it's a good weekend.
TV.
Well, I'm probably going to be heading. Not probably. I'm definitely heading to Maryland tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening, and then April has a show that she's doing on Sunday that I'm going to help her out with. You know, selling her incredible jams and breads and all that stuff. So I'm there to help her, support her, obviously. And probably take in some dinner and spend some time with April, which I'm really looking forward to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
I will go to Hershey Park and ride the new roller coaster, and then go to the baseball game to ironically get a free pass for Hershey Park because they're giving them out.
Oh,
I'll be
very
bouncing
cool.
all over Central PA.
That's awesome.
How many Senators games do you go to in a given year there, Matt?
Well, it depends what year you're talking about. Usually about 5. But there was a time where I was going probably 22, 23 times a season. Because
Did you play baseball as a kid?
No, I'm a spectator. Oh. And, we'd go with all our friends and we'd carry on and we would just kind of run the place over with our shenanigans. It was fun for a while. Then it got kind of different because friends kind of switched around and, it's not everyone's there and that we used to know. And I don't know, just, things kind of change over time. Not good or bad, but it's just kind of different now. Still like it. I just don't go.
Yeah.
I don't like it 23 times a season. So.
The one thing I notice, Matt, is every time I join you for these games, it rains.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. What the heck is up with that? Like the last 3 times, it was raining.
Yeah. Don't know what to say about that.
Not that I'm complaining. I had fun nonetheless. I mean, last time when it rained, it became the fun with the 9-foot Pac-Man machine over at Dave & Buster's. Yeah. I enjoyed that. It was great fun.
200 million we both got.
Boom.
We both scored 200 million.
Yes. Yes,
we
did.
Not 2 million, not 20 million.
200.
200 million.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure were there dozens of kids around you being like, "Hey, mister, I want to play."
They're all crying, and we said no. This is
the one time I was able to leave the orphanage, and I have $1, and I wanted to spend it.
No, there were no kids.
No. Just other adults who are like, "Hey, sir, I wanted to play."
Hey, how long you be on this machine for?
You see that quarter right there? That's my quarter. That's saving my spot.
That's right.
Oh, shucks.
My machine.
That's the etiquette for the arcade.
That's my charge card. That's right there. My Dave & Buster's card. It's going back in. That's happening.
Now there's no such thing as the quarter on the machine anymore because they've got the swipe cards. But I mean, hey. I think I got my swipe card.
Do you how often or when was the last time you've been at the arcade, Paul?
Well, that's a great question. I went about 8 months ago, and immediately got sick. So I went to like a local, where you can it wasn't like an arcade per se. It's like one of those, where it's like, hey, for, $5 an hour, you can sit down at our computers and they have all the games. So if you're too poor to have a nice computer, you can use ours and play the games. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. My computer sucks. So I went there and played a bunch of games and just got my ass handed to me. So that's fun, realizing you're like too old to have like the twitch reflexes to survive. And then I got sick immediately. Like I got home and I'm like, I don't feel well. Was it the 20 use I was around? Oh no, they're carrying germs.
Was it a combination arcade and patient first? Because you can go from one right next door and get checked out. It's like, okay, here's some amoxicillin. You're all set.
No,
CPAP.
It's pretty cool. I like supporting them, even though I like going to support them because it's like a local mom and pop place that does tech repair, and they've been so successful. The place next door became available, and they just had a dream of creating this esports sort of lounge and hangout, and the food's not that great, but the beer selection's okay. And they just have like tons of computers, and they have sunk so much money into it. But I mean, they really believe in it, and that's really cool. So I'm like, yeah, if I go spend 15, $20, I'm happy to like, and I get the computers are so great. I don't know how they make any money at that place, because I'm like, everything is like top tier.
And
So.
it's in California, so I mean,
Oh my
that
god,
too.
April says that sounds amazing. That does sound like a fun place to go.
There is a
It's fun.
retro arcade in York, Pennsylvania. That's the town south of me, or kind of.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, it's all retro games, and it
That's
has
cool.
like
That's fun.
you can just give them like $10, and you can play all you want for an hour or whatever the pricing tier is. I should see if it's still open. I don't know if it survived the year that shall not be named, but
If you give them extra money, can you mine Bitcoin over at that place, Paul?
You know what? No joke. I would be shocked, like, overnight they're not doing that, because they might as well. I mean, they have just blazing fast systems over there with just like top tier, NVIDIA stuff. They might, honestly, they might. I mean, they probably
thing
put
with
it all
that
into
is-
Luna and are ruined now.
there's a point on the graph where the electricity costs outweigh what you'll earn in Bitcoin.
Mm.
So you
Oh,
need
which
to,
is probably shifted now, since it's worth, what is Bitcoin's been like halved and stuff, and like,
yeah. It's not.
I mean,
it used to be almost 40,000 at one point, but now it's way down.
Drastically volatile and cyclical, though. It will go up during the day and then crash at night, or go up at night and then crash during the day.
30,000.
Yeah.
29,234.
you guys were talking about Reddit earlier. I haven't invested in any crypto, because I'm like, I just suspicious of it. But I guess in one of the subreddits for crypto, they were getting so many people saying, I am ruined financially. What do I do? That they just now have suicide hotlines at the top of the subreddit, because it has decimated a lot of people. It's interesting, because even though it's like destroyed a lot, I don't feel like you hear a lot of people talking about it. I don't know, because I guess maybe you can hide your losses. I don't know.
Well,
I
the
don't
thing-
know, but it's
what people are doing is, since the dollar is so out of whack, and now you can get so many dollars, and they hardly buy the same thing anymore. They're taking their money out of Bitcoin, and they're getting a truck ton of dollars for it, because the dollar is falling. Realistically, I mean, that's the same thing with gold. You know how gold keeps going up and up and up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in reality, gold is staying the same value, and the dollar is falling. So it's the distance between the dollar and gold that makes gold worth more. But in reality, gold really only fluctuates in value about 1% at any given moment on any given year throughout any given decade. And it's the dollar that's tanking. So I think part of that is the same thing going on with crypto is there. And
You could say the same thing about silver as well.
Right. Precious metals. Right? Yeah. A lot of them are stable, especially precious metals where it's hard to get more out of the ground than it's, when there's only so much of it to go around. That is a favorable thing. Just like there's only so many Bitcoin. There's only, 1 billion Bitcoins that can exist ever, or 1 million, and you can fractionalize them, anyway, but there's a finite number of Bitcoins. Now, some coins, there's no limit, like the Shiba Inu coin. I own 900,000 Shiba Inu coins, but that's worth next to nothing. It was worth $25 when I bought it, and now it's worth even less than that.
There's your gold price right now, and the silver price at $21.75 for silver, and gold is at $18.46.53. And an ad for Kit Kat, not a sponsor.
Wow.
Goldprice.org. All your
Wow,
all your
Shiba
gold
Inu
questions
coin.
answered.
How do you even say this number? Here, let me put it in chat. Oh, ignore what
Negative.
I put in
I
chat.
owe
Never
them
mind.
money. How does that work?
-9 million. What the hell?
Who do I even pay?
There. That's my latest comment with the dollar sign is how much one Shiba Inu coin is worth. So we have
That is
tens,
wow.
thousands, 10,000s, 100.
11/66 hundred thousandths of a dollar.
1/100,000th of a penny.
Yeah.
It's a Shiba
Wait,
Inu
that's
coin.
Let me bring.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Because at its height, wasn't it at like 43 cents or something? A share? Like
Oh.
at it.
Oh, for Shiba?
That's yeah.
No, it was never. It never got to a full penny. Like it was always fractions and fractions and fractions.
It's not even a penny stock.
No.
No, it never.
It's a fraction,
never
baby.
got-
It's micro OTC. Micro.
How much is 900,000 Shiba Inu coin? That's going to be my query.
1 penny.
You, sir, have $3. Treat yourself to a soda pop.
Treat yourself to a breath of fresh air. And a
It was
lucky.
$10.51.
10.51. Oh wow.
I've lost $15 on my investment.
Oh boy, you lost your shirt.
Oh,
You lost it all.
Damn you, Shiba Inu coin!
and you're all about the Shiba Inu. The last time we talked about Shiba, this is gonna be great. No, it's not working.
It'll go back to the moon. It'll go.
I should buy 100,000 more just so I can say I have 1 million of something. I have 1 million Shiba Inu coin, and it'll be worth 1650.
I have 1 million pieces of lint. At some point, I will be able to own my own textile factory with my 1 million pieces of lint. That and a lucky.
It's yeah. I don't know. I'm sure everybody's excited about old crypto talk. Next, NFTs.
NFTs
So-
right after the break.
Oh, those are going. No one is into NFTs anymore. Nobody.
Yeah, I was reading Spotify is testing out a feature where musicians can link their NFTs to their particular account, so you can click and go like look at their NFT collection. So I'll be curious to see how well that does. It's a very small test right now, I guess they're doing.
I think if an NFT can give you privileges in the real world, then it will be something that can be embraced, like a
Yeah.
concert ticket. Like you could have a concert ticket built off of the blockchain using the NFT paradigm. Like that would work. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, like, oh, this card entitles you to unlimited meals at this restaurant. And
To
then you
print
can
a
just-
house. It'll
To
get
print
you
a
to be able to print a house.
I was
Yeah.
I was watching my one YouTube channel. It's a wood manufacturing plant that does gaming furniture. And they allow Bitcoin. And their gaming tables can be $15,000 or more dollars, and the person paid in Bitcoin. But it takes 1.5 years to manufacture these things, and Bitcoin went way, way, way up. Then they were like, we're not going to sell that model table anymore. We're going to refund his money. And he's like, I want it refunded in Bitcoin. And at that time, it was worth double. They're like, oh, if we refund this money, we're losing double in US dollars. They're like, look, we do our books on US dollar, no more. So they were going to get hurt. They were going to get burned.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
giving a refund and you're not even Steven? You're in the hole? Because
Pay me.
That's
Yeah.
something to consider
I
as
think-
a business owner.
I think that's such a great example of why I think it'll never catch on. Like, I mean, everybody can talk about all these things, but I think really simply, it's so unstable. It's so volatile.
When
It's
it
yeah.
becomes a currency for transaction instead of an investment vehicle, then it might catch on. If that ever happens. I don't know if it ever will.
That's a major if, though.
And to some extent, people are using it to buy goods and services, but it's got to get mainstream adoption.
Well, you know who
There was
loves
a
it? Is
country- Which country moved their currency to Bitcoin? Now they're in big trouble. Venezuela? I think
Yeah.
Venezuela
Yeah.
switched over to Bitcoin as the country's currency.
Weren't they kind of financially in the toilet anyways? So they're like, what
They
do we
were.
have to lose? So
They've had
I mean, yeah, you know who loves it is hackers and ransomware people, because you got to pay them in Bitcoin and it's untraceable. So
but
I mean, that's who loves it. That's who loves it.
if you think about it, like, do you know how hard it is to buy something from another country in like
El Salvador.
in a wholesale type environment? Like, it's very difficult. You have to wire funds through multiple institutions. Everyone's taking a cut. You
Mhm.
wire your Bitcoin. It's person to person, A to B, no middleman, no markup. So it has some advantages.
Not only El Salvador, but the Central African Republic.
Oh, I said Venezuela. It's El Salvador. Okay,
El Salvador.
El Salvador switched over. I knew it was
First country to adopt Bitcoin as an official currency in September of 2021. Criticized by many economists, including the IMF. Definitely a risk of financial instability for sure.
But, like, what is money? Money is only valuable because everyone says it's valuable. So if everyone says Bitcoin's valuable, that's just as valid as fiat currency, is the thinking. Anyway. Says the man that hardly owns any Bitcoin.
I look at some very educated people who do live streams and does an analysis on Bitcoin and NFTs and all that. And, they've gone so far as to move to another country to mine Bitcoin. And I understand where they're coming from, but I have a level of skepticism myself. I'm not going to invest more than a few $100s in this because it's just not proven. It's not proven, and there's all those horror stories for sure. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
Do you know what the country of China is doing with Bitcoin? First of all, they've made it illegal to have Bitcoin for their citizens, but the government is taking the hydroelectric plants on the dams and they're jacking them into Bitcoin mining machines. And since it's the government doesn't have to pay for its own electricity that the government generates itself. So they're mining Bitcoin with zero electrical charges, and they're making the economics work because that's the problem, is you could spend more money on electricity than it's yielding new unique coins. There was one article where an investment group bought a coal-fired power plant that was shut down. And they spent $1 million in infrastructure to get the coal-fired power plant to work again. And then they started burning coal to mine Bitcoin. They weren't selling it back to the grid. And they were like, from an environmental point of view, like, this is a bad thing. Like, you turned on this coal plant that was shut down, and the only benefit to humanity is you're making Bitcoins for yourself. But legally speaking, there was nothing stopping them from doing it.
We kind of been pushed down this rabbit hole, haven't we, though?
How
Wait,
so?
say that again?
We kind of been pushed down this rabbit hole. You think about what's going on with the Ukraine and Russia. You think about a lot of the things that were turbulent prior to that. We have been pushed down that rabbit hole as far as the supply chain, the supply sort of network, as far as currency, as far as oil price, as far as crypto. We've been pushed down this road.
Can I say
To
something
embrace
there?
crypto.
Go ahead, man.
I think when you say push down the rabbit hole, I believe you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is faith in the US dollar is dwindling.
Yes.
That's really the crux of the whole thing. People are trying to find places to put their money that's safe as people are more and more concerned about the stability of the US dollar. And crypto is probably not the answer for that, but people are trying to find places to put their money. Houses. That's why all the houses are going up. They're
Say
on
the same
market
thing
3
about the
days,
euro
and
too, Matt. I mean, the euro is a dwindling currency.
Yeah, we're heading to a total economic collapse, a global economic collapse.
So have a great week, everybody. Be sure to dig your bunkers and save your water. Are those beans? Save them. You're going to need them.
Get a 5-year supply of that emergency food. Now, we were joking about a year ago, but doesn't sound half bad now, does it? Wow.
And
Make friends with a fat person because, I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Because they're funny. Fat people are funny. That's why you need humor when everything collapses. That's
And
why. That's all I meant.
Yeah, and they'll be great, when you go see a bad movie. They'll make it fun for you and everything.
Mm-hmm. 2 thumbs up to that fatty, not the film.
Together again.
So.
Boy. Financial talk on a Friday.
Oh yeah, on this show, of course. On this show, when we talk about anything and everything, we go to financial talk.
That's what people tune in for.
Hard-hitting financial talk.
I was going to start a financial YouTube channel, but I'm not going to launch a 5th channel. I just can't bring myself to do it. But you know what's good about a financial YouTube channel is the cost per mil. Like the ads are 10 times more valuable.
And all things Ethereum? Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. If you can get monetized as a financial channel, you can put in far less work and earn a truckload more money.
Who's your guest on Monday on all things Ethereum?
The blockchain itself is my guest.
Blockchain
Somebody
and
looking
you.
at suicide hotline.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Somebody's just standing at the top of a building being like, nobody here. We're fine. Let's go to the next building and make sure nobody's there.
I mean, I pitched a number before the main show, and I feel like there's more and more reasons why those numbers are being used. And this is not helping one iota. I mean, with what's going on with supplies and finance and all that.
I feel like it's just do that meme where you just sit in the pub and you wait it out. You're like, well, I'm just going to sit here till this whole thing blows over.
Well,
unironically, that's the business decision that you should do. The thing you should do right now is nothing. Don't do anything. Don't invest. Don't take it out. Don't put it in. Nothing. Like the smart thing to do is nothing for a year. And that don't help. That don't help the economy when you do nothing. Anyway. All right.
It's a very scary time, but the best thing we can do
is nothing.
Is nothing. And keep a clear head about it and observe and not absorb, using the advice from the regular show, and being very adamant about that and doing the best we can for ourselves and our friends and our family.
And crying at theatrical movies.
Yes.
On the release day.
Bawling at Downton Abbey and everything. Yeah.
And questioning Sandra Bullock's choice in acting in a movie that was arguably not her best.
I don't question her acting. I question the director and the writers. So Sandra
she
Bullock,
is a national treasure,
can't
as
do
I
any
said.
wrong.
National treasure.
Yeah, even what was that movie Bird Box where she couldn't see anything? She had to close. Was it Bird Box?
I think
that was all right.
Bird something, but yeah. That
Birdcage
wasn't
is another movie.
bad. It wasn't.
Oh, Birdcage
bad.
is so good. God, I love Birdcage so hard.
Great movie.
So good. So good. Yeah.
Oh, like I said, not
Nathan
bad.
Lane. Oh my God. I love Nathan Lane so much. Yeah. Oh.
It's definitely watching. It's definitely better than watching Bird Box or whatever the name of the freaking movie is. I'd rather see Birdcage. Just saying. Prove me wrong.
Bird Trap? Bird. Something bird.
Bird Brain.
That's the thing where people were actually trying to drive cars blindfolded after that series.
Speed 5. What's that?
The township was like, do not drive your car with a blindfold on.
Someone's happy to see you back there, Mr.
Hey,
Shala Productions over there. Great to see Paul back. How you doing, my friend?
Is it Josh's birthday today, or is that tomorrow?
I think it's either today or tomorrow.
Oh,
I wished him a
boy.
happy pre-elated birthday, which is not a word, but I use it.
Yeah. You're coining your own phrases.
Say it 5 times, make it your own.
Beetlejuice.
Should we call it there, gents?
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it there because I'm done with the finance. I don't know if I can handle any more financial talk. His birthday's tomorrow, by the way.
All right.
So what I'm gonna do is
Maybe you can get him back by slapping him once per year he's been alive, since he's done a lot of physical comedy in your direction and you've taken the brunt of it.
we don't condone violence on VF Talks. Viewer discretion is advised.
Is it possible to tooth whiten one tooth? Look at this. Okay, I'm going to point to the tooth.
Do you want to go on
Right.
solo for this? I'll put on solo. No, okay.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah, you could
That one.
you could do
Can I
one.
Can I just brighten up that one tooth?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
yeah.
I need to start looking into that.
You can. So I've seen people use crust white strips on a certain section of.
This one tooth?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the
Well-
height on me, so that's a tall order, and that's a good pun there. But you should slap him early and often, as I say.
You know, I was referring to like brotherly, friendly slaps.
It's going to turn into like a slobber knocker in the backyard. And yeah, I just use a Jim Ross term, but yeah, that's what's going to end up happening. Slobber knocker.
Robert, go with your instincts and turn the camera on before it starts. That's all I ask.
That's right. Remember who's important here. Your audience. Do it for your audience.
All right, this was
Better
fun,
to get
guys.
good footage than to feel good.
That's right.
All
You
right.
know, you could laugh about it later, as we all laugh about it right now. Hey,
I'm leaving on a high note.
Matt, Paul, great to see you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Love you guys.
Blow us
And
up, JV. Blow us
and
up.
You too, guys.
I'm not blowing you up. I'm just going to go back to solo because I got to talk about the
Okay.
special Sunday night show I'm doing.
Bye,
Take care, guys.
everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Blowing you up. Matt Haas, Paul Burke, ladies and gentlemen, as we go back to Maine to talk about what's going on next week, which actually starts on Sunday. Sunday night, we're going to talk about alcoholism and codependency. So we go from fodder about how scary the financial crisis is to how codependency basically resonates with alcoholism and vice versa. That is a special Sunday night episode at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And then one on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we're going to talk about 3 years of sobriety, as I will be 3 years sober come May 30th. So we'll talk about that. And then 1 week from tonight, we'll do what we do best on Fridays. We'll have a conversation about anything and everything with Matt Haas, Paul Burke, and all of you here on VF Talks. But until next time, I'm going to say the same thing I say at the end of every venture forward in VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. Have a great night. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you Tuesday night. We'll see you Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for the next episode of The Venture Forward. I love you all, and fly, be free.